Hurricane Katrina was one of the most devastating storms to hit the United States to date. It caused much damage and injury, leaving in its wake a destroyed region needing rebuilding. While the U.S. military, National Guard, Coast Guard, and police handled most of the mess, they couldn't take care of it all. The American people were in need, and our government simply couldn't handle all the traffic. The international response to the disaster was overwhelming. 104 countries offered aid to the United States. It'd be impossible to mention every country that responded to the disaster in this video, so I'll just focus on those that made especially significant contributions. The initial response to the hurricane was tremendous, but because of complications and confusion in our government, early help was not received easily. A Canadian urban search and rescue team was ready for deployment shortly after the hurricane touched down, but was denied entry into the U.S., probably because of mass confusion following the storm. Their plane was eventually allowed entry into the U.S. on August 31, 2005. Due to security and logistics issues in the disaster area surrounding New Orleans, the team started operations on September 3rd, saving 30 people that day. They returned to Vancouver on September 6, reportedly saving over 110 people during their deployment. Mexico's response was equally crucial. The U.S. received 14 truckloads of water, a mobile surgical unit, 45 military vehicles, 7 amphibious vehicles, 3 tons of purified water, and almost 600 Mexican troops and more than 750 tons of food, bottled water, canned food, disposable diapers, and medical supplies. The Mexican Navy's sending of radio communication equipment and medical personnel was crucial as well. Cuba offered 1,600 doctors and 26 tons of medicine, but the U.S. rejected its offer, enforcing its policy of non-negotiation with Cuba. Many countries sent large sums of money, but those who sent emergency personnel and supplies were especially deserving of thanks. Major donors of supplies, personnel, and equipment include China, Canada, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Indonesia, Mexico, the Netherlands, Russia, Singapore, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom. These countries' men, food, shelter, and military teams provided an extra layer of stability and aid that definitely helped the U.S. get back on its feet. However, not only countries aided the U.S. in its time of need, many notable international aid associations lent a hand to the U.S. when it needed it most. The UN said it was ready to send anything the U.S. needed, from supplies to personnel, but the U.S. turned down its offer. The UN functioned mainly to organize other countries in their relief efforts. The European Union offered any help and assistance that was requested and also agreed to provide oil reserves to the U.S. The U.S. only accepted first aid kits, blankets, water trucks, and 500 meals ready to eat. The International Energy Agency responded in a very practical way by agreeing to make 60 million barrels of gas available to help the U.S. weather the economic problems caused by Hurricane Katrina. The product, crude oil or gasoline, went to the marketplace over the next month at the rate of 2 million barrels per day, allowing the U.S.'s focus to shift from worrying about oil to worrying about its people. Overall, the international community's prompt response definitely saved many American lives, and for that, we thank them.